Happy Friday. Hope you all had a good week. Wanted to go live today with my 5 on Friday, and hopefully something I say will be an encouragement to you. Anyways, it is a beautiful day here. The sun was shining, but now it's getting kind of cloudy. It rained a lot last night, but I got the garden planted over the holiday weekend, Monday and Tuesday. So that was great. I've got the zinnias in here, a couple plants, but seeds are in the middle. I've bought these cute little daisies. Those are on the outside. I've got more zinnias, this is going to be actually a mixture of sunflowers. There's sunflower seeds and lots of wildflowers, and some more zinnias here. I've got these big guys still growing. These are the only sunflowers I got this year. There's a honeysuckle. If you look back from last year, you will see how many more sunflowers there were. Just look at years back, you can see. But anyways, here's the dahlia bed. I got this beautiful dahlia plant on Sunday from a greenhouse here in Denver. I think it was Nick's Garden Center. I've never been there before, but my friend Rhoda got me a gift card, which was so sweet of her in honor of my mom. And I bought this beautiful dahlia plant along with these other ones. I got this little Buddha for my garden. I'm hoping this brings good luck. And I got these beautiful dahlia plants too at another place. Just amazing. And I did get hibiscus, so I'm waiting for that to bloom. Hopefully it will be beautiful. It's supposed to look like that. And here's still my plant from Reverend Sandy. Geranium is doing good. And over here is going to be more zinnias again. Some plants that I've already started, more daisies. My mother loved daisies, so I got those in her. And once again, the back ones are all going to be sunflowers and mixed seeds. There's a bunch of mixture of a surprise when they come up. Sorry, I got it cut off there for a sec. So anyways, that is my garden. Got to get rid of those chairs. Let me know if you guys have planted your garden and what you've planted. Would love to know what you guys have going for the season. It's going to be interesting with the dry weather we had for the winter to see what actually grows. So that should be interesting. So anyways, moving on to number 2. Still fighting for justice, for my mom. And I did get, I got a letter in the mail from the bank actually last week that I needed to upload the death certificate because somehow they've put some kind of freeze on the account. I don't know why, because there is no more Social Security in that account. There's only a very tiny bit of money left that she had left over, which was her money. So I'm hoping that once that got in there, that's going to take care of that, and I'll be able to at least access the tiny bit that's left if I need it for the stone. Hopefully we set aside enough, but we shall see. Everything else is gone, so that should hopefully be good. But it had the hardest time uploading it. I don't know why it was so darn difficult. But it was. And also, let's see, what else happened? I tried to file a complaint with DORA, which on the doctor that failed to treat her at Holly Heights. And I went to put in her name to try to get her license, and I cannot find this woman anywhere. So I do not know what that means. Like, did this woman even have a license is the question? I sure hope so. But I got really frustrated with it and discouraged, and I just have left it for now. But if anyone knows of a way to file a complaint on a doctor, not only knowing their name, let me know. I mean, I don't know if it's going to actually do anything. I have a feeling, once again, it's just going to be a big waste of my time dealing with these government systems or government agencies that do nothing to help us. But I still can't give up trying to get some sort of, resolution and justice for what they did to her. But I do really just want to concentrate more. I think I've decided just on sharing the story and getting the story out there and getting people to know what's really going on right now with the system and how freaking broken and really shattered it is. And how hard it is to get help. And then also, just to share her story in the hopes that it's going to help somebody else. And I actually started thinking this week, I had a kind of an idea pop in of possibly maybe doing a podcast and actually having other people on to tell their stories about what happened to their loved ones in this system. So let me know your thoughts on that. If you know anything about doing a podcast, like that would be amazing, or a way I can share my story and others. I don't know. It's been a difficult week this week, for a lot of reasons. Today's 3 weeks since my mother's been gone, and it's just, I don't even really have words for it, but unfortunately I have a lot of conflict on top of the grief with something else that's going on, which I haven't really gotten into yet. Hopefully I can get into that I'll get into another time. Hopefully there'll be some resolution. I just don't know at this point though, but it just should not be happening on top of everything else. Anyways, and then it's number 3 onto my mom, who I'm continuing to share, even though she's not here in body. I went back to the cemetery to play the song by her grave, and I posted that for Mondays with Mom because, the recording was not good at all from Feldman's. And I also showed the most amazing thing that we found happened, actually discovered by my husband during the funeral, that there is a stone directly behind hers, or in front of hers, whichever way you're looking, and it actually says ukulele on the back. The man's last name was Ukulele, and I just take that as a sign, and just a sign that she is in the right place. Even that whole story, which hopefully I'll tell someday too, or I've already probably told it, about how hard it was to get that plot for her in that cemetery. So, anyways, that was good. And then I'm just going to continue to keep sharing things about her, before dementia, and you get to know her more. I also shared a picture of what I thought was her father in World War II, but I'm pretty sure now I'm thinking it was her uncle, because I remembered or found out that he went to the Navy. That looks more like a Navy uniform. So anyways, they looked very much alike, but I'll share more pictures of them as we go on. But anyways, moving on to number 4 is Etsy. I got caught up in a little mess there this week. There was somebody I had followed, I think, on Instagram that was saying they could help get your Etsy shop back, your business back, and you could sign up for this free call, and they were doing a 50% off membership, and I did that on Sunday, and that was a joke. It was crazy. By the time I got done talking to this person, and it wasn't even the person that was supposed to be running the program, and she told me how much it was going to cost, I about died. And I said to her, when she said $18,000 for this program, and I was like, excuse me, you mean 1,800? And she's like, no, 18,000. Which they were doing 50% off this weekend and needed an answer right away. I was like, hell no. Just was, very discouraging. It's like, how do people do this? Like, how do they even get people to pay them that kind of money? I don't even understand. So now it's a matter of, I've got this time now. Do I put it into my Etsy shop and try to get it back, or do I move on and do something else? I don't know. I'm just kind of at a crossroads right now. I have to find other ways to get it back, not for $18,000, for God's sake. I mean, I don't even want to do that much. I can't physically do that much, so I would never even pay. But anyways, if anybody knows the ways to possibly get it back, or, I don't know, figure out what direction to go into now, that would be great. I also finally did finish a digital piece. I've got a piece for Florals and Praise for His Glory finished. The Dahlia, I finally finished it from Julia Dreamcoast. That was very challenging, but I've got it done, so I'm just got to post it. And then, let's see, I also played at Senior Planet this week in open mic night. I did the same song I played at the grave, It's a Wonderful World, and that went well. So that was good. And then I just want to end with prayer, of course, for people I know that are in need. My friends Josh, Julie, Bobby, Rivka Rada, Rabbi Katie and her husband, and my friend Cherie, who just had surgery on her hand for healing. And then just end with Maria's prayer of the week, Maria Shriver, Sunday paper. Dear God, thank you for the gift of life, for those who sacrifice to protect it, and for the courage to live each precious moment with purpose, connection, gratitude, and grace. Amen. And Zoe, who's right here, is having stomach issues. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Took her to the vet last week for shots, and then all of a sudden she had stomach issues. So if anybody knows of ways to help dogs with diarrhea, please let me know, because that's not fun, but she seems fine otherwise. Anyways, I hope something I said was an encouragement to you. If you're in need of prayer, please let me know. Hope you all have a good weekend, and Shabbat Shalom.